for it. That Hellcat, I floor it. They was hating on me, hit the dealership and crushed them. Bankroll too big, got me.
What is up, guys? It's Upcom Sports here with a new look Washington Wizards realistic rebuild. This is part 1 of this series. If you guys want to see part 2, make sure you drop a like. Also, my upload schedule will be in the description. And make sure you subscribe if you're new with notifications on. Also, make sure you go check out episode 1 of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers Madden 20 franchise series. It is on my channel already. And check out the upload schedule for the next episodes. But make sure you go check that out and drop a like on it. But we're here with another 2K rebuild. Haven't done one since Friday. But here are the settings, if you are new, that I like to use. These are the ones that I found most realistic while experimenting and just finding the way the game works. So these are the ones I will be using for this series. So looking at the Washington Wizards roster, it's a little bit of a mess with the contracts. John Wall, obviously on one of the biggest contracts in the NBA, and he's going to be out for probably this whole season coming up. Bradley Beal, a really nice young piece. Rui Hachimura, I really like him. Think he's really underrated. And Myro Schofield, also an underrated rookie. Ian Mahimi is going to be an expiring contract, and Troy Brown Jr., we'll see what he is. Also, if you're new, I like to use storylines for the NBA draft, and if you don't know what this is, basically it randomizes some of the overalls and potentials for the rookies. So I won't know anything except what my scout discovers, so it'll make it a lot more interesting, a lot more realistic. And I'm also going to be using player mentorship for this series. If you don't know what this is, rookies and young players can be mentored by veterans to learn their badges. So a guy like Rui Hachimura, even though we don't have a perfect fit, can be mentored by CJ Miles. Here is the rotation for this season. I'm not going to be making any moves for year 1. Just want to see what this team's going to do. We're probably going to be pretty bad, but John Wall is going to be out. Isaiah Thomas will be the starter. We'll see if we can bring him back if he plays well, but same coach, same system. So Bradley Beal is going to be an all-star once again in his career, so that is nice. I don't know if we made the playoffs. And the MVP is going to be LeBron James for the Lakers. Zion, Rookie of the Year. Dennis Schroeder, 6th man. Giannis, Defense Player. Mike D'Antoni, Coach of the Year. All NBA teams. Maybe Bradley Beal made it on here, but it looks like he's nowhere to be found. Rui Hachimura, though, all rookie first team, proving his doubters wrong. A lot of people say he shouldn't have been drafted as high as he was, but I think he should have been. And he's going to be really nice for the Wizards as we finish as the 12th seed in the West, or in the East. So we'll have maybe a top 5 pick, because the West is definitely better than our division. As checking out the player stats, Bradley Beal, not as much scoring as what I would have hoped, but pretty good efficiency. Isaiah Thomas, nice scoring. The efficiency wasn't good. So he could be like a backup point guard for us, but he might ask for a lot of money in free agency. Thomas Bryant actually played really well. And Mo Wagner, I don't know what we're going to do with him, but definitely need a lot more depth on this team, and a starting small forward, and even a power forward maybe. But in the finals will be the Sixers and the Rockets, as the Sixers take a lead, but the Rockets come back, and the Sixers win it all in 7 games. And in the next season here, we're at the draft lottery, projected the number 5 pick in the draft. We'll see if we can get lucky here, as we actually jump up to the number 1 overall pick. So that is going to be huge for us. We'll see what we do with that. So a small trade here right before the draft, as Ish Smith, I don't really need him. And we might bring Isaiah Thomas back. He's on a 1-year deal, so he's an expiring deal. We'll get Taj Gibson back. We need some more power forwards on this team. Also a 2nd round pick. With the number 1 overall pick in the draft, we're going to select James Wiseman out of Memphis. 7'1" center, really elite defender, and can even develop into a really good scorer, so he'll be really good. And the rotation for this season is going to be this, as we're not going to be making too many moves until John Wall's contract is a little bit less. But Wiseman will start at the center, John Wall at the point guard, and it's going to be a pretty interesting season. We'll see what happens. So bad news here, as Bradley Beal is going to be out 4 to 6 months. right in the middle of the season, so we might not make the playoffs, and we might be looking to blow up this team, maybe build around Bradley Beal, but Bradley Beal is going to be out. MVP for this season, Jokic. Jaden McDaniels, Rookie of the Year. So maybe we made the wrong choice, but we still believe in James Wiseman as all NBA teams. Maybe John Wall made it, as he didn't, because he did regress a little bit. But James Wiseman, again, all rookie first team. So 2 back-to-back rookies on all rookie first team. So we're not drafting too bad here, as we didn't make the playoffs, which is no surprise without Bradley Beal for 4 to 6 months. Well, we did finish a little bit better as a 10 seed, so we might have a top 10 pick. Definitely a lottery pick, though. Bradley Beal, leading scorer, still really efficient, so we might just build around him, trade John Wall in the offseason, but I don't know which team would want him. Rui Hachimura, nice numbers. Troy Brown as the starter. I mean, I like his energy and his defense. We need him to be a better scorer, though. And our second-round pick, Paul Ibua, from a couple years back, did pretty well, as we were really bad on offense, and on defense we were pretty good. And we've got Brooklyn and Houston in the finals now. Houston, for some reason, is overpowered in these sims now, but Harden wins the finals. So here in the draft lottery, we projected pick 12. Not as high as I would have hoped, but we are going to stay at pick 12. A lot of options here that we can use that pick for, so we'll see what we decide. So a trade here with Jonathan Simmons, who we re-signed a couple years back, and a second-round pick. The Jazz want him. They need wings, and we're going to get a future first, maybe to package John Wall's contract, so that might help us out in the future. With the 12th overall pick in the draft, we're going to select a wing here. Cade Cunningham, best available out of Florida, 6'7". So he's going to be a really efficient scorer, just like Bradley Beal. So maybe they can pair up well. And the rotation is going to be this. I could not find anyone that wanted John Wall. I did try to move him, but no one wanted him. Bradley Beal we did re-sign because he is our franchise guy right here. And the team's not looking too bad. I mean, hopefully we can make the playoffs this season, or else, I don't know, but. And Bradley Beal is going to be an all-star again. No John Wall, so that's probably why we can't move him, but we'll see what happens. And some more bad news here, as John Wall is going to be hurt again for a significant amount of time, 2 months. The injury is starting to pile up. That is going to hurt his trade value even more, so we'll try to see what we can get for him maybe. MVP for this season, Nikola Jokic, Jalen Green, Rookie of the Year for the Pelicans, Anthony Davis, Defensive Player, and Tom Thibodeau on the Nets. That's kind of weird, but All-NBA. Okay, Bradley Beal, All-NBA second team. Definitely made the right decision in extending him. He is our franchise player for this series. As no defensive teams, all rookie teams. It looks like Cade Cunningham, all rookie second team. So pretty good from Cade, as we did finish as the number 2 seed in the East. I don't know how they just found a way to make it work. But we're playing the Hawks in round 1. Mike Conley on that team. DeMarcus Cousins. Okay, this is a low-key nice team. But we'll try to beat them, as Bradley Beal did up the scoring. John Wall is going to be hurt for 2 months. James Wiseman played really nice. And Mo Wagner, good backup. But we were a top 10 offense, and on defense, top 5. First round here against the Hawks, an underrated Hawks team. Can we get it done? We win game 1, also without John Wall. So Shabazz Napier is starting. And we're down 2-1 in this series. 2-2. Okay, can Bradley Beal carry us? 3-2, we're up. And we win in 6 here. Mike Conley with 24. Cousins with 21. Trae Young with 16. And oh my, he went off. 40 points from Bradley Beal in this game. He averaged 30 on. The efficiency is insane. Round 2, a lot harder of a matchup here, as the Brooklyn Nets come into town, but Bradley Beal has been on fire, as we're down 2-0 in this series. 3-0, we might get swept here, as we do end up getting swept without John Wall. But KD's going to do KD things. Kyrie gonna do Kyrie things. So Bradley Beal played really well in this game. What did he average? He still was averaging insane numbers. So we'll see what we want to do in the offseason. So the Nets actually got to the finals after they beat us, and they're facing the Timberwolves, who they get swept by, but Kyrie wins. And in the draft lottery, we don't have a lottery pick, but that's fine because our team is pretty much set. We'll try to find a trade for John Wall, but I don't know if we will, as we do have a first round pick. So a trade here, we're going to trade our first round pick. We don't really need it, and there's no one that's really going to impact the game right away, so we're going to trade it for a future pick. And a blockbuster trade I'm going to try to attempt here with John Wall. He's only got 1 year left on his deal, which is why teams might not be too hesitant to take him. And we're going to give up 2 first-round picks for Lonzo Ball, who is one of my favorite players in the NBA. We need his defense. We need his assists alongside Bradley Beal, and he'll be the primary ball handler. As the Pelicans have RJ Hampton, they don't need Lonzo Ball. They just gave Lonzo Ball a max contract, which looks to be a mistake, but they don't want to do this. They want to give us Drew Holiday for Shabazz Napier. I mean, I'll take it. I was trying to get, okay, whatever. So this is going to be the rotation for this season, and the defense is insanely good. Lonzo Ball, Bradley Beal, Troy Brown Jr., who in this game has excellent defensive ratings, Wiseman, and Hachimura. Let's see what happens. So the Sixers keep trying to give me a first-round pick for Admiral Schofield, who hasn't really played much in the NBA. We'll give him a second-round pick. I mean, if they want him, we'll take the pick. So at the All-Star break, we now have 2 All-Stars on the team. Bradley Beal, of course, and now James Wiseman. And some bad news here, as close to the playoffs, literally a week before the playoffs, Troy Brown Jr. is going to be out for the season. So Cade Cunningham is going to have to start. So bad luck there. MVP is going to go to Jokic again. Terrence Clark, Rookie of the Year. Chris Paul on the Blazers. Okay, LaMelo Ball, Most Improved. And all NBA teams. Lonzo Ball, all NBA third team. So the trade is looking really nice for us, as he's going to be on third team. And James Wiseman also on all NBA third team. Did not expect that, especially not from Lonzo Ball. But we got 2 really nice players. Actually 3. We've got a big 3 now of Lonzo Ball, Bradley Beal, and James Wiseman. So we got to get it done this season, as we were only the 8th seed because we had a lot of injuries and a lot of minor injuries, but they kept affecting the chemistry. So we'll try to knock off the Bucks here. We definitely have the talent to do that. We're definitely deeper than the Bucks. So Bradley Beal is our leading scorer. Rui Hachimura, excellent numbers. Drew Holiday is injured though for the first round, so that might hurt us a little bit, as we were an average offense, but a top 10 defense, I would imagine. Yep. Can we take down Giannis here in round 1? We lose game 1. Game 2, we managed to take that one. Game 3 in Washington. Okay, we get that one. Game 4, 2-2. Okay, it's going to go down to the wire here. 3-2, we're down. Please do not lose here. Drew Holiday is back, though. That is going to be huge for us. Another great defender. I didn't even notice we had Drew Holiday off the bench. This team is so good on defense. It's not even funny. We're going to be good for like years to come. But can we force another game? Tie game here. You already know what time it is. Bradley Beal time. To the rack. Is he going to get stopped? No, nobody can stop him. All right, Lonzo Ball cutting. We see you, Lonzo, for the and one. Okay, who said you can't play offense with the dubs? Driving Hachimura. Bradley Beal in the corner. That's too easy. That's way too easy. All right, pick and roll. Lonzo Ball, James Wiseman. This is unstoppable. Yep, you can't guard that. You cannot guard Lonzo Ball and James Wiseman. They're going to try to press here, but that's an open 3 for Drew Holiday. Way too easy. They're pressing again. Why are you pressing us? Lonzo's just going to push it. Get it to Wiseman. Oh my goodness. And that is going to complete the comeback. Actually, not a comeback. We were tied, but that is going to complete the win as we're going to force a Game 7. Does the trade make the Wizards a contender? How good can Washington's defense get? Watch part 2 to find out, but make sure you drop a like, leave a comment on the road to 500 subscribers.